Hello everyone and welcome to our podcast. My name is Dimple. I am here with my group member Anju Gagandeep Kaur and Aditya Kumar. Today we will be discussing resistance training and periodization and how it can be applied to program design for athletes. Periodization is an important concept because it helps athletes train in a structured and progressive way, improving performance while reducing the risk of injury. In this podcast, we will first explain the foundation of periodization, then compare two models, linear and undulating periodization. After that, we will apply these concepts to an NHL off-season hockey player using 8-week training program. And finally, we will reflect on real-world challenges. Now I will pass it to Anju to explain the basic of periodization.
Thank you, Dimple. Periodization is the planned and systematic manipulation of training, verbalized such as intensity, volume, and frequency over time to optimize performance and prevent overtraining. In simple terms, we can say it means organizing training into different phases so the athlete can improve gradually and safely. One of the most important principles used in periodization is progressive overload. This means gradually increasing the demands placed on the body, such as increasing weight, repetition, or training frequency, so the body continue to adapt. Further, if the training is not properly planned, athletes may experience fatigue, injury, or even a decrease in performance as well. Now moving forward, there are four main phases of periodization. The first is the preparatory phase, where the focus is on building a strong foundation with higher volume and lower intensity training. The second is the first transition phase, where training load is slightly reduced to allow recovery. Moving further for the third stage is the competition phase, where intensity is highest and volume is reduced so the athlete can peak. Our final stage, like the fourth stage, is the second transition phase, also known as recovery, where both intensity and volume are lowered significantly. Overall, periodization ensures that training is structured, progressive, and specific to the athlete's goal. Now I will pass it to Gagandeep to compare the two periodization models.
Thank you, Anju. Now I will compare two types of periodization models, linear and undulating periodization. Linear periodization involves gradually increasing the intensity while decreasing volume over time. For example, an athlete may start with lighter weights and higher reps, such as 12 to 15 reps, and gradually move toward heavier weights with fewer reps, such as 4 to 6 reps. This model is simple, structured, and is best suited for beginner to intermediate athletes because it allows a steady and predictable progress. However, one limitation is that it can become repetitive, which may lead to plateau over time. On the other hand, undulating periodization involves frequent changes in intensity and volume. These changes can happen daily or weekly. For example, an athlete may perform a heavy strength workout on Monday, a moderate hypertrophy workout on Wednesday, and a power focused workout on Friday. This variation helps prevent plateaus and keeps training more engaging. It is usually better suited for advanced athletes who can handle different training demands. In summary, linear periodization is more structured and easier to follow, while undulating periodization provides more variety and flexibility. Now I will pass it to Aditya to explain our 8-week training plan.
Thank you, Gagandeep. Now I will explain our 8 weeks training plan for an NHL off-season hockey player. The goal is to build strength, power, condition before the next season. This program follows a linear periodization module and is divided into different phases. During week 1 to 3, the focus is hypertrophy. The athlete trains 3 to 4 times per week at a moderate intensity of 60 to 70%. In the week 1, the athlete performs 3 sets of 12 repetition. In the week 2, this increases to 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. And in the week 3, the intensity increases to 70% with 4 sets of 10 repetition. This shows progressive overload by gradually increasing both volume and intensity. Week 4 is a deload week where intensity volume are reduced to allow recovery. The athlete performs 2 to 3 sets of 50 to 60% intensity. During week 5 and 6, the focus shifts to strength. Intensity increases to 70 to 85% with the lower repetitions. In week 5, the athlete performs 4 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. In the week 6, the intensity increases further with 4 to 5 sets of 5 to 6 repetitions. During weeks 7 to 8, the focus is power and performance. In the week 7, the athlete performs explosive exercises like jumps and sprints at high intensity with lower repetitions. In the week 8, the volume is reduced slightly while maintaining high intensity to allow the athlete to peak. This program moves from hypertrophy to strength to power preparation, preparing the athlete for training camp. Now I will pass it back to Gagan for the reflection.
So I would say like another important challenge in real world training is maintaining consistency. Athletes often have busy schedules, including travel, games, or personal commitments, which can cause them to miss training sessions. While sessions are missed, it can interrupt the progression of the program and make it harder to apply progressive overload effectively. Because of this, trainers need to be flexible and sometimes adjust the training plan by modifying intensity or volume to keep the athlete on track. Consistency is very important for achieving long-term results, especially in structured periodization program.
So, fatigue management is also a key factor in training. If athlete trains at high intensity for too long with proper recovery, it can lead to overtraining, decreases performance, and even injury. That is why including a deload week in the program is very important, as it allows the body to recover and adapt before moving into more intense phases. In addition, every athlete responds differently to training, so programs must be adjusted based on individual needs and progress. For the outro, Gagan will say,
Thank you for listening to our podcast on resistance training periodization. In this episode, we explained the concept of periodization, compared two training models, and applied them to an NHL of session athlete. We also discussed the real-world challenges that trainers may face. We hope this podcast help you better understand how structured training programs improve performance. Thank you for listening
Thank you for
again.
listening.
Thank you.